Good evening and welcome to Sacramento. This weekend, 2,400 delegates will immerse themselves in youth and government.
Matt, how well do you think you know Sacramento?
Pretty well. I was here last year.
Well, you probably don't know it as well as our team, who went out to get an in-depth look at the Capitol.
Geed, Megan, John, and Jennifer take a closer look.
Jennifer Mauser here at Ambrosia Cafe. I know how hard it is to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning after staying up all night with your roommates. You're tired, you're grouchy, and most of all, you're hungry. Well, no need to worry because Ambrosia Cafe here on K Street is the perfect place to get an energizing and delicious breakfast. They serve everything from breakfast burritos to croissants and of course delicious coffee and hot chocolate. They also have amazing lunch specials at a very reasonable price. So throughout the weekend, if you're ever feeling down or hungry, head on over to Ambrosia Cafe. Geed, over to you at Magnolia Grill.
Thanks, Jennifer. And this is Geed with KYNG News, and I'm here at the Magnolia Grill. And this place has been dishing out salads, sandwiches, and flipping burgers since 1992. Now off to Megan at the Upper Crust.
Hello, I'm Megan Margison, and I'm here at Upper Crust Pizza. It is in a convenient location located right under the Hyatt Regency Hotel. They had food varying from pizza to chicken wings and sandwiches to soft drinks. They offer YNG members a buffet special for only $7. Matt, one of the employees, even said, "I guarantee the food is so good, it'll make your tongue slap your brain silly." So make your way on down to Upper Crust Pizza for a great dinner. This has been Megan. To you, John, with sushi and sandwiches.
Thanks, Megan. Now, as an alternative to pizza, try Asuka's sushi and teriyaki. Very reasonably priced and good food. California rolls and eel. If you're not up for sushi, try Blimpie. Subs and salads and smoothies.
Well, I definitely need to go check out some of those restaurants. That hot dogs before joint session did not fill me up.
Oh yeah, this afternoon marked the beginning of joint session and the start of youth and government.
We were welcomed by Secretary of State Deborah Bowen. Didn't you get to get an in-depth talk with her?
Yes, I was lucky enough to interview her. Here's the story.
Where are my Westchester homies?
Yeah! So we just finished a great first joint session here at Sacramento. After, I'm here with Secretary of State Deborah Bowen.
Young voters historically have voted at a much lower rate. And if you change that, you're going to run the world now, not when you're 40.
Although change may take a long time, how can we make change now and change policies in order to look to the future for a better California?
You know, some change takes a long time and some change doesn't. And you don't know until you start working on it which will be which. But as long as you keep making your voices heard, and I think it's really critical on two things right now, on climate change issues and on education funding, that you will have an impact. And it may not be this year as the state deals with its budget deficit, but people will, as we start to recover, say, well, you know, we had a lot of young people who emailed us or who showed up at something who really care about funding for higher education or about jobs training if they're not college bound. And your voice is never wasted. I'm thrilled to be here, and I do want people to know, though, that if you ask a question or bring up an idea, sometimes you'll get a response like the student who was here today did. I thought, wow, we could do this with young people. And if she hadn't asked that question, I wouldn't have done something like that. But she asked it, the light bulb went on, I made a commitment to do it, and I always do what I say I'm going to do, so it will happen.
And my last question for you is, can you please speak something in Japanese for the youth and government delegates?
そうですか。今日は一番です。
Arigato and thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hannah, I also managed to sit down with California Superintendent of Public Instruction Jack O'Connell before he headed to the airport. I'm here with the Honorable Jack O'Connell, and my first question for you is, how important is it for teens to get involved inside the classroom?
Matt, it's very important for teens to be involved inside and outside the classroom. I mean, government is only as good as the people that get involved, and so to have even additional civic engagement, new ideas, a fresh perspective, really is vital. I mean, don't just sit back and complain. Get out and work towards finding a solution. Obviously, make sure you're registered to vote, be well informed, but it's even more than that. Get engaged at the local level. Get involved with your school board, with the city council, members of the board of supervisors, or yes, come up here to Sacramento and get involved, testify before the legislature, just like this outstanding program with the YMCA provides an opportunity for.
How can we increase education in low-income areas?
We need to make sure we provide additional choices for our students. I do believe that charter schools can help. Magnet schools can help. Academies can help. I'm also a big believer in career technical education, so long as it's rigorous and relevant and applicable. So we need to make sure that we're providing options and choices for our students, working in consultation with meeting their unique needs. You know, we all don't learn alike. Just like we don't look alike, talk alike, act alike, dress alike. Think how boring that would be. Nor do we all learn alike. And so for some of us, it might be the career technical education option. It might be smaller learning environments. It might be more challenging curriculum, curriculum in a school that perhaps has more discipline, or the other way, even less discipline. So find the school that meets your unique needs.
And my last question, what advice do you want these teens to take home to their local cities and local schools?
Good question, Matt. We want to make sure that the teens realize they're role models. People know that you're in Sacramento, that you participate in this program. This is a great program. And so we need you to continue to be role models, continue to set a high bar, continue to remain engaged, involved, and helping to prepare yourself for your success. Schools really have a pretty simple task. We need to make sure you can reach your full and maximum potential. And then what the student has to do is meet us halfway. Make sure that you, when you're home, it's okay to turn off the TV, do that homework, do that extra assignment, and continue to learn.
Thank you so much, Jack O'Connell, and I'm excited to see the future of education in California.
Thank you. Me too.